Hi everyone, in this video for grade 9 we have 2.4 which is about factoring by common factor. In the previous lesson we have studied multiplying algebraic expressions. Multiplying algebraic expressions means we have two parts, we multiply them by each other, we will get a result. But factor is the reverse operation of multiplying. In factor we have the result. Tells you it came from what multiplied by what. In the simplest form, this result came from what multiplied by what. In multiply, for example, when it tells you 6, for example, 2 multiplied 3 is 6. It's multiplication. But factor means 6 came from which numbers multiplied by each other. The factors of 6 is 3 and 2, like that. 3 multiplied 2 would be 6. They are reverse of each other, so that's why we said in the previous lesson it's very important to know how to multiply algebraic expressions very well, because you needed now how to use them. Always when you see the factor, the question is about factor, you will think about greatest common factor the first step that you do. The first step, always you think about greatest common factor, GCF. You check how many terms you have. 1, 2, 3. 3 terms you have here. In the terms that we have, always we think about 2 for the greatest common factor. 2 things. 1, the number. These terms, all of them, can be divided by which number? We think about the greatest number that all of them can be divided by. The greatest number that all of them can be divided by. Second, that we check do we have same letter in all of them. If we have same letter in all of them, we will take that letter with the smallest power, with the least power. The 2 things, the number, all of them can be divided by. For the number, we think about the greatest number that all of them can be divided by. For the letters, if we have in all the same letter, the smallest power. So these numbers, all of them can be divided by 5, 5, 5. Yes, possible. And there is no other greater number which all of them can be divided by. So they can all be divided by 5. Divide by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. All of them we divide by 5. For the letters, do you have the same letter? Yes. 1, 2, 3. We have y. Y with the smallest power, y power 3, y power 2, y power 1. So we take the smallest power. For the numbers, we take the greatest. For the powers of the letter, we take the smallest power of the letter. Divide by 5y, divide by 5y, divide by 5y. Then we open the bracket. We took the greatest common factors, which is 5 and y. We divide all of them by 5 and y. We write the result in the bracket. This is 5y, you must write it down. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Y power 3 divided by y means y power 3 minus 1 is y power 2. 20 divided by 5, it's plus 4, y power 2, y power 1 will be y power 1, no need to write. Minus 5 divided by 5, it's 1. Y power 1 minus y power 1 would be y power 0, and it's power 0. We don't need to write this one, y power 0, we don't need to write. But in case if we didn't have any number here, we just write 1, because anything power 0 is 1. So it means it is only 1. We just write 1. 5 divided by 5, that much. Now we don't have common factor. We don't have y in here, and they cannot be divided by more. And if you want to check for yourself, it's always needed for yourself to be sure that your answer is correct. You can multiply them by each other again. You will see if you got the same result as we have in the question, it means it's correct. If it's not the same, it means you did a mistake in somewhere. And always for the questions of factors, it's a good way to do by checking. Do it, check it, will you get the same result or not? If you got same, it means it's correct way that you used, if it's the simplest form. Otherwise, if there was a mistake, you must check it and correct it. Then for the next question that we have, we will have question 2, negative 12x minus 8x power 2. We have how many terms? 1, 2. For the numbers, these two numbers, the greatest number that both of them can be divided by, they can be divided by 4. And do we have the same letter in both? Yes, we have x, but the smallest power is 1, 4x. It means we divide by 4x, we divide by 4x. We open a bracket, we write the result in the bracket. Negative 12 divided by 4, negative 3, x power 0, we don't need to write. Negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2, x power 2 divided by x is x power 1. That's it. Now if you multiply, you will get negative 12x minus 8x power 2. If you check it, you'll see that you did correct. And always check it, it's much better to do because you will be sure that your answer is correct. For the next questions that we have other ways that we cannot do directly by GCF. We think about the other ways that we have. Let's see for each one of the cases. Pay attention very well to understand each one of them. Then number 3 and 4. By common binomial, very simple common binomial, if we have two parts but we have the same bracket in both of them, same bracket. If you have same bracket, x minus 3, they are same. You write that bracket because it's common for both of the sides. We open another bracket, we write what we have outside the brackets, 7 minus 2x. That's all that you need to do. When it's common binomial, means you have the common bracket in both of the sides. You will take it as common for this side and this side. You open another bracket, you write what you have outside the brackets. The other one by opposite. By opposite, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. In these three questions, all of them we have 4 terms. In these 4 terms, always make it 2 parts, but between them must be plus. Between the 2 brackets must be plus. If it's not plus, for example, it was like minus 10 minus 2x. If it's not plus between, if it was like that, for example, 3x power 3 minus 15x power 2. If the question was like that, we will make it 2 brackets, 2 parts, 1, 2. If we make 2, between them would be minus. So this minus belongs to the 10. We can put a plus in between. Do just like that. If it was minus in between the 2 parts that you did, so don't leave it outside, make it inside the bracket, put a plus in between. Just do like that. But now it's plus, it's very fine. That's what we do. We made it 2 parts. Now we solve. For each one of these 2 parts that we did, we take common factor. In this part we take common factor, then in this part we take common factor. Common factor only for this bracket. The numbers can be divided by 3. The x's, yes, we have x, but the smallest power is x power 2. We open a bracket and we divide both of them by that. 3x power 3 divided by 3x power 2, it will be 1x power 1. 1x power 1, we don't need to write the ones that we have. Minus 15x power 2 divided by 3x power 2. we did like that before. 3x power 2 divided by 3x power 2. We did that before. 15 divided by 3, it's minus, be careful about the sign. 5 x power 2, x power 2 will be x power 0, no need to write. Plus, then for the other part, 10 and 2x. The numbers can be divided by 2, yes, possible. X, we don't have x, we just have x, so we cannot take x because there is no x. We directly open the bracket, divide by 2, divide by 2. It will be 5 minus 2 divided by 2 is 1x. Now we set solving by opposite. This way we call it opposite because when you see the brackets that we have, it's not the same as this one. X minus 3, and this one we have. But here we have x minus 5, 5 minus x, different. In this one that we have, you write the first one same, 3x power 2. You write the first one same as you have until the end of the first bracket. Then you change this sign and you change the place of that. You must change it, change the place of that to make it same. It will be minus 2x minus 5. Always to make it same bracket, you must change this sign and change the place of these two. Then now we have the same bracket in both. Now it's in this step, like this one. We can take the same x minus 5. We open another bracket, we write what you have outside the brackets. That's all about solving this question by opposite and this one by common binomial, which is in this one we had 4 terms. We always make it 2 parts. If there was plus in between, directly we do. If there was minus, we put the minus inside the bracket, but we put a plus between the 2 brackets. Then we solve by common factor for that, then we do the rest. Then for the last 2 questions that we have, let's see how we can do, which is both of them about 4 terms. Let's see question number 5 and 6, how we can do. If we put 2 brackets, because it's 4 terms, 1, 2, yes, between them is plus, it's totally fine, we can do. To take the common factor between these two, the numbers can be divided by 3, both of them. We have a power 2 in both of them, the smallest power is power 2. It means 3a power 2. 3a power 2, 3a power 2. We open a bracket, which would be 12 divided by 3 is 4. A power 2, sorry, in this case, this one must be power 3. There's a typing mistake. This will be power 3, power 2, power 1, number like the rest, and the same must be power 3, power 2, power 1. We have it in the book, which is power 3, power 2, power 1, and number. All of them are like that. In the book, if you check, you can see that in this section. It's power 3, 2, 1, number. We do it, it must be 4 for the number. A power 3, a power 2, it will be a power 1 minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. A power 2, it will be a power 0. We don't write it. Plus these two, both of them can be divided by 5 divided by 5. We can take 5. Let's see. Divide by 5. For the letters, we just have a. We don't have a in the other one, so we just divide by 5. We take 5 and open a bracket. 20 divided by 5 is 4a minus 15 divided by 5 is 3. Now we check the brackets if they are same or not. Yes, they are same. Now we can write the same bracket for a minus 3 and open another bracket to write what we have outside, 3a power 2 plus 5. Then for the next one, which is question 6, 9x power 3, 18x power 2, x and 2, we will make it two parts. Let's see, between them we have plus. Yes, we have plus. Now we take the common factor of the first one. Both of them can be divided by 9. In the x's we have x power 2, x power 3. It must be x power 2 because the smallest power. Divide by 9x power 2. Divide by 9x power 2. 9 divided by 9 is 1. X power 1 plus 18 divided by 9 is 2. X power 0, we don't need to write, plus we don't have anything in common between these two, only 1 multiplied by x plus 2. We don't have anything common between them. For the numbers, they can just be divided by 1. In the x's we don't have x. Now we have same bracket, x plus 2, x plus 2. We write it down. We open another bracket, 9x power 2 plus 1. Be careful about this one. Whenever it's two parts, you had same bracket. If you didn't have anything in common, always it must be 1. Be careful about this one. 9x power 2 plus 1. That's all about factoring for this lesson. You will have more in the next lessons, but for now you just have that much by grouping, which is 4 parts, or by common binomial, or by opposite, or by GCF, which is always the first thing that you think about is GCF, greatest common factor. That's all about this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.